schedule of non-league opponents, Orofino faces off with longtime rivals Grangeville and St. Mary's in hopes of making another trip to the Idaho State Championships. So sit back and grab a hot dog and bowl of popcorn. It's Orofino Maniac Baseball. And now let's go to the ball field for today's presentation of Orofino High School Athletics on KLER AM 1300.
Orofino High, I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, it is Central Idaho League play. Today, the Orofino Maniacs, with their 9-1 record, take on the Grangeville Bulldogs. First meeting of the year for these two teams, CJ, and it's always fun when these two get scrapping on the baseball diamond.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. These two teams have extremely storied history. Honestly, anytime they get together in any sport, it is always a fun time. And both teams bringing quality clubs to the table here this year. Yeah, the Grangeville Bulldogs have performed exceptionally well this season, and we just cannot talk enough about the Orofino Maniacs and how well they have done ever since that loss in the opening game of the season against the Lewiston JV. They have come back with nothing but W's since then, and so you know they've got to feel pretty good about where they're at. They play a doubleheader here with Grangeville, and then in a couple of weeks they'll go to Grangeville for a single game, and it's of course the best of three determining league standings. And with St. Mary's coming this Saturday, we're going to find out exactly what Orofino is made of here very, very quickly. Oh, for sure. When you look at it, they have the makings of a good playoff team. They're very solid 1 through 6 in the batting order. They have good pitching galore and 4 options behind the dish catchers-wise, which is, again, a big weapon for Coach Midstock. And also they're very aggressive on the base paths and have really, really good speed. And Coach Midstock has been using that to its full effect here during the season. Well, it was about 2 weeks ago that we learned that Orofino would not field the JV squad because there just wasn't enough numbers. And now today, as we take a look at the roster, there are 16 kids on this Maniac roster, and it's going to allow Orofino to use for the first time this year the designated hitter. Yeah, we will. It is nice to see him be able to pull that out. Jaron Christofferson gonna be DHing here today. Yeah, I think that when you have the personnel in which to go out and put kids where you need them on the field the most, and when you can say, well, I've got kids that can hit the ball, and let's use a DH and give us the best batting percentage possible as a team, it's great to be able to use that. And so let's just see how it fares with Grangeville today. Yeah, most definitely. Jaron, and a great frame, and you just know that when he really gets into it, he is going to be smacking it around all over the place. He's got the makings of a good power hitter. You know, we have talked a lot about this Maniac squad and all these W's that they have put up here as of recent. They have been able to do it really with defense. CJ, they have shut out quite a few teams. They have held teams to 1, maybe even 2 runs or something like that. But you're just wondering, you know, the hitting is not really there yet, not to the tune I think that Coach would like to see them. They're able to muster 4 or 5, hits in, while bringing 12 runs across or something like that. But you would like to see more earned runs because that's really the mark of a good quality team. Yeah, for sure. It has been the big innings that have really carried them here so far to their 9 victories. And as you've said, a lot of those have come via patience and drawing walks. In fact, I believe against Lewiston, they had like an 8-run inning or something like that without having any hits. So you definitely like to see that patience, but you also want to see them putting up numbers at the plate as well. Well, this is the first game of a scheduled doubleheader, Orofino and Grangeville, our first break. And when we come back, CJ has our schedules and scores brought to you by Riverside Physical Therapy. We'll return in a moment. What's new at Orofino Builder Supply? Well, everything. Come out to the Highway 12 location and take a look. Pick up a copy of the 2021 Spring Merchandise Book to see firsthand the hundreds of in-store and online items. Plus, sign up to win one of 2 $500 shopping giveaways. Use your winnings to purchase anything you find in the merchandise book. Sign up before May 31st. Complete rules and regulations can be found today at Orofino Builder Supply. Stop in.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
In these tough economic times, we all struggle, but none more than our senior citizen population. At Orofino Marketplace, they wish to do everything they can to help take the strain off our golden generation. Every Thursday, shop Orofino Marketplace for a 10% discount on your entire shopping receipt. Senior Day discount is Orofino Marketplace's way to say thank you for your years of support and to give back to the community of Orofino and the surrounding area. Get more for your shopping dollar when you visit Orofino Marketplace on Michigan Avenue, Thursdays. Student athletes are some of the hardest working individuals we have in our small communities, up early for class and home late from practice. And when an injury happens, that's when everything goes south. Riverside Physical Therapy offers all our kids free injury screening to help them get back on their feet again. Visit Riverside Physical Therapy on Highway 12 today for your free injury screen to help you back on the field of play. Riverside Physical Therapy, backing all our kids.
It is time now for Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores. Is pain keeping you from the things you love in life? Covering everything from rehab after surgery to sports injuries and everyday aches and pains. Schedule your complimentary injury screen today to see what Riverside Physical Therapy can do to help you lead a happier, healthier life. Take a look at the Maniac action coming up this week. The Orofino golf team is in action today as they host a tournament over at the Orofino Golf Course. Lady Maniacs softball has the Kamiah Cubs in town, and junior high track is in Lapway. Maniac tennis has a match in Lewiston Thursday, and track has a meet the same day in Kamiah. Then Saturday, both baseball and softball have league opponent St. Mary's Lumberjacks in town, as we mentioned earlier. Live coverage of the Maniac baseball double dip. First game of that will start with pregame at 12:45, first pitch at 1 on our sister station at KLER FM. The Idaho Vandal football team is on the road Saturday to face the Eastern Washington Eagles at Rue Field. Live coverage starting with pregame at noon, at kickoff at 1. The Seattle Mariners in action tonight against the Chicago White Sox and will be on the air next tomorrow with the series finale. Tune in for pregame at noon, first pitch at 1:10 with Rick Riz right here. And that is schedules and scores brought to you by Riverside Physical Therapy. Our coverage of the Maniacs and the Grangeville Bulldogs returns after this.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
While we may choose to dine in a little more than past, it's nice to know when you just gotta have pizza, it's available from Orofino's Pizza Factory. Delicious and great pizza, baked spaghetti, hot wings, and the best breadsticks. Order contact-free and we'll deliver to your door or when you drive up to ours. 307 Michigan Avenue in Orofino, the Pizza Factory.
They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
The forensic analyst searched for clues to what could have caused the house fire.
Could that be?
Traces of starch? Suddenly the pieces came together. The fire was started by
An over-microwaved potato?
And we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberlink, your local farmers insurance agent.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino, to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
We're back here once again at the ballpark at Orofino. Thank you so kindly for joining us today. I'm Jeff Jones, along with C.J. Thompson, as the Grangeville Bulldogs have already taken their infield-outfield. The Maniacs, with their home blue jerseys on and their gray pants, taking infield right now with their 9-1 record. CJ, I was just taking a look at the record here, and Orofino has bested 3 Intermountain League teams. Those are all 3A squads, beginning with Timberlake back earlier in March, and then Bonners Ferry after that, and Priest River just the last week before spring break started. And you got to feel good about taking larger schools to the wood shop. To the woodshed, not wood shop, woodshed, and beating them pretty handily. The last one was Priest River. They swept Priest River. That last day was on Saturday the 27th, winning by a 4-0 score. As a matter of fact, they blanked Priest River in all 3 games by a combined score of 34-0. Orofino makes hay when they're out on the base pads.
Yeah, most definitely. That's something that they definitely have to be proud of. A great start to the season, and also I think is a good barometer moving forward, especially early on in the season, able to take down such quality opponents and bigger schools with a bigger draw, and also they have beat schools that have played both of their league opponents and beat both of their league opponents, although Grangeville did split, I believe, with Bonners Ferry. Bonners Ferry had beat their Central Idaho League opponents 3 out of 4 prior to facing Orofino.
Yeah, and so you can never read too much into those. We never try to anyway, because there is a bad taste in the mouth of Grangeville and Orofino when these guys get out on the baseball field with one another. It's like you just don't want to be around, because these guys are going to fight tooth and nail all the way to the last strike during the game. These guys, they have had quality games before, and we are expecting nothing but the best here today. What do I see going on here? That was... did we switch dugouts here? Did I miss something here, or what? I'm just trying to... That was Grangeville that just went out and took infield. And Orofino has come out of their third base dugout. Now the coaches are gathering down at home plate for the exchange of lineups. And CJ, the teams are going to line up along the first and third base chalk lines. We're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance here shortly, but this is the first of 2 games. Lots of time for you to get out here, folks, and watch a game.
Oh, most definitely. Pack up the family, come on down for a little bit of America's pastime. And it's a rivalry game as well. As you talked about, it's always great when these 2 teams get together. These guys have grown up all the way through their youth playing both with and against each other. They know each other well. That's what makes it so fun when they get together.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, folks. All right, CJ and I take one more break. When we come back, starting lineups and the first pitch after this.
Take the weekend to change up the walls of any bedroom, hallway, or kitchen, and do it right with Pratt & Lambert. Hi, this is Will Crockett. Make your experience exciting when you use the best paints with the newest technologies available today from Orofino Builder Supply.
If you're like so many who suffer from lower back pain, you should know you don't have to live with it. Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness Center can help you once and for all treat the pain without breaking the bank. Back problems are the leading cause of people missing work. Many times it's brought on by poor sitting posture, frequent forward bending, and heavy lifting objects. The highly qualified staff at Orofino Physical Therapy can help you when you start with a free pain assessment. Getting you pain-free, that's our goal at Orofino Physical Therapy.
When painting on a budget, you need one-coat coverage. Pratt & Lambert paints from Orofino Builder Supply offer you innovation that surpasses other paints that leave you wanting more. Take that motivation to the next step. Pratt & Lambert paints starting at $19.99 a gallon.
The morning paper arrives and you just can't extend your arms far enough to focus on the print. Does this seem like a typical day for you? Help is just an appointment away with Family Eye Care in Orofino and Kamei. Dr. Rick Lundgren is the Valley's trusted optometrist when it comes to your eyesight. Family Eye Care's highly trained staff will make sure your family has the finest in air care and eyewear. Call for an appointment and let Dr. Rick Lundgren perform a complete eye examination with the latest technology available. Single lens, bifocal, or progressive eyeglasses. Accentuate your personal style with statement-making glasses, contact lenses, sunglasses, and designer frames. Family Eye Care on Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and on Highway 12 West in Kamei is your stop for name brand frames, optics, and people who really care about your eyesight. Family Eye Care, where most insurance coverage is accepted along with major credit cards. We put your family first at Family Eye Care.
And we're back here, and it is time for starting lineups. Here is CJ Thompson with a look at the visitors on the scoreboard, the Grangeville Bulldogs. CJ.
All right, in the leadoff spots, the shortstop, Blake Shue, who's had a fantastic season so far, leading the way for the Bulldogs. In the 2 spots will be a name we know well, Torrey Ebert behind the dish. Hitting third is pitcher Thompson Reynolds. Gannon Garman in the cleanup spot. He is at second base, followed by first baseman Dane Lindsley. Hitting 6th in the order is Reese Weimer over at third base, and left fielder Jared Lindsley following in the 7 spots. Caleb Fry will hit 8th. He's over in right field, and rounding out the order is center fielder Miles LaFay. Once again, that is Shue, Ebert, Reynolds, Garman, Lindsley, Weimer, Lindsley, Fry, and LaFay.
All right, here's a look at the defense for the Orofino Maniacs. Braden Turcotte out on the hill. His battery mate, Rylan Larson. Nick Drobish gets the start at first. Easton Schneider at second. Dash Barlow is at third. Silas Naranjo is at shortstop. Then the fielders left to right, Bradbury, Sperano, and Howell. We are ready to go as stepping in Blake Shue, the shortstop for the Bulldogs. And here's the first pitch. It is taken just above the letters for a ball, and we are underway. 4:01 start time. Here's the 1-0 delivery on the way. It misses outside. Ball 2 to Blake. This is a name, CJ, it just seems like we have said forever and forever. Blake Shue, Blake Shue, Blake Shue. This guy does it all. Here's the 2-0 that, again, just a little outside the zone for ball 3 as Braden starts him out with 3 fastballs, 1 high and then 2 outside. Let's see what Braden has on this 3-0 pitch. He comes back with a pitch right down the heart of the plate for strike 1.
Yeah, you know, in years past it seemed as though Shue was almost the Robin to Atkinson's Batman, but now...
3-1 pitch is fouled back into the screen, and Braden has worked his way back into the count from out on the hill. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
But Shue busting out, no longer a sidekick.
Well, Braden, the last time he was on the hill, struck out 11 batters. Here's the 3-2 swung on. It's going to be popped up shallow right field. Second baseman Schneider is back there and puts his hand up and makes the catch as his hat flies off. And there is 1 gone. Well, you don't want to see 6 pitches to get 1 batter, CJ, but you just want to see him go down. And Braden with 6 pitches to that first batter, but nonetheless he gets the out.
Props to Schneider for the nice defensive play.
Yeah. This is Torrey Ebert. He'll watch the first offering low and inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Gorgeous day here at the ballpark. Come on out, just a very light breeze blowing. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and the count now runs to strike. I see some people putting on sweaters, but my goodness, CJ, it's got to be at least 58, 59 degrees out there. Pitch misses outside from Braden, 2-1.
Yeah, the last few days it's been that wind that has really made it chilly.
Yeah. Well, if you hit one up into the air, it's going to get hung up. There's a bender in there for a called strike. Perfect opportunity for Braden to come back with that curveball. He doesn't toss it up. That's a matter of fact, I think that's the first one out of 10 pitches. Now he comes back with a change. It's swung on and fouled behind the plate. And safe down at first base as the pitch was not fouled. It was actually out of Larson's glove, a third strike, but Tori Ebert hustles down to first base, and so the Bulldogs are going to end up with 4 outs here in the frame, and it's going to be in as a wild pitch, or excuse me, a pass ball. Pitch is swung on, fly ball, and it's out into left center field, and so up on it is Sperano. He'll get it into second base. There's the first hit of the game. It's off the bat of today's starting pitcher Reynolds, and that will push Ebert over to second base.
At bat number 10.
So there are 2 aboard with 1 gone.
23, Dane Lindsley.
Tori wisely, when he swung at a pitch and it went out of the glove of Larson, he hustled down to first. Now there are 2 Bulldogs on with 1 gone. This is Cannon Garman, and he'll take a first pitch for a called strike. Gannon, today's starting second baseman. Is that correct?
Yep.
Gannon hitting from the right side, a big boy in the cleanup spot. Pitch is swung on, and there is strike 2 to Gannon. Chased a pitch that was a little low, and now time is called. Lee Nadiger is going to pull Gannon a little bit up that baseline. He has a few words for him. At the same time, Larson goes out and meets with Turcotte. And Larson goes back a second time, wants to make sure he knows exactly what Turcotte wants to throw, and Ryland wants to make sure he knows exactly what signs he's flashing.
Ryland's such a weapon coming over from Pierce Weei.
Working from the stretch, here is the waist pitch. It misses outside. A ball and 2 strikes to Gannon. Lots of folks in the stands for this one. First Central Idaho League matchup of the year. Now the 1-2 pitch to Garman, swung on, and this one is going to be popped up foul side of right field and will drop into the warning track, and the count will remain 1-2 to Garman.
Fantastic day for a little bit of baseball.
And CJ, the field is looking a little bit better as well. We had some kind of grayish, brownish spots that are turning a little bit more green now, so we can all be happy with that. 1-2, swung on and fouled back into the screen. Gannon getting a pretty good at-bat here against Braden because he went down quickly in the count, 0-2. Took a strike and then swung at a pitch, and then he's fouled off 3 pitches since then.
Let's see, you broadcast Braden's last start without me, I believe.
Right.
You said he struck out 11.
Struck out 11. Yeah, what a fantastic job that the kid had. Here is the pitch. It's swung on, and it's underneath the glove. The pitcher rounding it up. Here's the throw from center field to home, and it's not in time as Tori Ebert will score from second base on the single off of Garman's bat right back up the middle. It just went right underneath the glove of Turcotte and straight up over the bag at second out into center field. On the plate, Reynolds goes from first to second, and Grangeville draws first blood on an RBI single from Garman.
As Reynolds and Garman go back-to-back.
That's going to bring up Dane Lindsley. He's another right-hander, another Lindsley in the mini that Grangeville seems to put out there. A bender that stays up top for ball 1. There's Dane Lindsley, there's Jared Lindsley, and then there is Sam Lindsley. And now we're going to have a courtesy runner come out. This is Nelson Brazos, and he is going to run for Reynolds out at second base. So we'll get him written into the book. As again, there's 1 gone and 1 across, and 2 base runners aboard. Lindsley's going to swing at the next pitch, foul it away. 1-1.
And the Joneses have been pretty good friends of the Lindsley family for quite some time, right?
Gosh, yeah, we met them, 42 years ago, I think, something like that. A ball and a strike. Here's the next pitch. It's going to be swung on and lifted out into center field, and playing it on a hop is Sperano. Rounding third, coming home is Brazos, and the throw to the plate and out. Oh no, safe is Brazos at home plate. There was a nice tag by Larson, and I do not see how that hand got in there at home plate And now our home plate umpire is going to hear something from in that third base dugout. That is where Coach Midstock, I'm sure, said something. Maybe, can you appeal? And I think they looked out to our fielding umpire, and
Number 4,
he said, yeah, he slid in safely. So Brazos scores on the single from Dane Lindsley, and it is now 2-0 with 2 out there again. This is Weimer now. Weimer takes a first pitch called strike as it's framed by Larson on the outside black. 2-0 Grangeville. We're in the top of the first inning. A bender, that's in there for a called strike. 0-2 to Reese. Jared Lindsley on deck. Gannon takes the lead from second. Lindsley from first. And the 0-2 pitch. Check swing, a little flare out into foul ground right field, and will drop in for, well, we are at 0-2, 0-2. Count remains the same. A little flare out there that could spell trouble, CJ. Just a little check swing, and that ball carried once it got up into the breeze. And the breeze is blowing from center field to right, so it just blew into foul ground. Count remains 0-2. Here's the next pitch. And did that hit the dirt first? It did, CJ. And so base runners are going to move up. It looked as though Weimer made contact with it, but the ball was in
It was the face
dirt.
mask of Larson.
Wow. Well, that moves Garmin over to third and Lindsley to second on the wild pitch. 2 in scoring position. Here's the next offering. Swung on and fouled at the plate.
So things seemingly started off well for Turcotte right out of the gates. He induced a leadoff fly ball out of Blake's shoe, then looked to have a strikeout against Ebert. He did, but then, of course, Ebert reaching when it fell out of the glove of Larson.
1-2. That just a little high for ball 2 to Reese. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Since then, 3 straight base knocks. 3 through 5 in the order.
And the 2-2. High. Ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Weimer, defensively, we'll see him out at third base today for the Bulldogs. Now the 3-2. Swung on, and this one is a fly ball played on a hop by Joe in center field. 1 run will score. And just like that, Grangeville with a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. Dane moves over to third base, and Reese with an RBI single. Wow, it is bingo for Grangeville.
4 straight base knocks now. 3 through 6 in the order, and the last 3 have brought across runs.
This is Jared Lindsley, another righty in this Bulldog arsenal. From the stretch, Turcotte set chin high, and he'll deal the first pitch outside. Here's the throw down to second. It's cut off by the shortstop, and retreating back to third base is Lindsley. So Weimer with a stolen base. Maniacs defensively decide to go to Silas at shortstop in order to try and keep Dane perched over at third. 1 ball and no strikes, and the next pitch to Jared misses away. 2-0 now. Well, just like that, Grangeville has jumped all over Orofino here. There's a bender taken for a strike on the inside to Jared. 2-1.
That had some good-looking late movement.
The 2-1. Oh, inside and ducking out of the way of the pitch is Jared for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Runners take their leads at second and third. Turcotte's next pitch swung through. Wow, I'll tell you what. Braden really had Jared completely fooled at home plate. That pitch looked like a curveball that stayed high and then rode to the outside. Now the 3-2. Swung on and fouled back to the right side and into the screen. Caleb Fry on deck, Miles LaFay in the hole. And again, just 1 gone, 3 across, 2 in scoring position for Grangeville, top of the first inning. 3-2 swung through, and that'll do it for Jared Lindsley. He is the second out for the Bulldogs here in the top of the first inning. First strikeout registered by Turcotte.
At bat number 15.
So that's going to bring up the right fielder, Caleb Fry.
LaFay.
First pitch to Caleb. Outside and a little low. That's right, you were not here in the booth last Saturday, taking the day off watching the Sweet 16, or the Elite 8, I think, wasn't it? Next pitch misses for ball 2.
I did view the game, yeah.
Wow, tough loss for Gonzaga last night. The 2-0, and it's swung on and fouled back into the screen.
Yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah. Gosh, I'll tell you what. The Baylor Bears, they were just on fire. They could do no wrong last night.
That is one heck of a ball club.
The 2-1, high. So Caleb hitting in the 8th spot, tall right-hander, just like all the Grangeville Bulldogs are. Pitches swung through for strike 2.
Braden hoping to get out of the inning, minimize the damage here in the first.
And the 3-2 pitch swung on and fouled out of the glove of Larson. Yeah, I was listening to some of the post-game comments from the coaches, and Mark Few, the coach for the Gonzaga Bulldogs, had nothing but praise to heap on Baylor and how well they played and how well they're coached. And he was just, he was happy, of course, that they had a fantastic year the way that they did. Here's the 3-2 now. Matt is high for ball 4. So Turcotte gives up his first walk, and that's going to load up the bases. Dane Lindsley at third, Reese Weimer at second, Caleb Fry at first via the walk. And the Bulldogs have batted around as they're going to bring the 9th hitter here in the top of the first, Miles LaFay, to the plate. And a fastball taken for a called strike. That might have actually been a bit of a change, CJ. That was not really Braden's top-notch fastball. He came a little on the outside with that. Here's the 0-1, swung on a ground ball to the shortstop, flipped to second, and there is the out, and that will end the inning. The Bulldogs plate 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave the bags juiced. We go to the bottom of the first. When we come back, we'll return after this. What's new at Orofino Builder Supply? Well, everything. Come out to the Highway 12 location and take a look. Pick up a copy of the 2021 Spring Merchandise Book to see firsthand the hundreds of in-store and online items. Plus, sign up to win one of 2 $500 shopping giveaways. Use your winnings to purchase anything you find in the merchandise book. Sign up before May 31st. Complete rules and regulations can be found today at Orofino Builder Supply. Stop in.
In these tough economic times, we all struggle, but none more than our senior citizen population. At Orofino Marketplace, they wish to do everything they can to help take the strain off our golden generation. Every Thursday, shop Orofino Marketplace for a 10% discount on your entire shopping receipt. Senior Day discount is Orofino Marketplace's way to say thank you for your years of support and to give back to the community of Orofino and the surrounding area. Get more for your shopping dollar when you visit Orofino Marketplace on Michigan Avenue, Thursdays.
Well, we're back here once again at the ballpark at Orofino. Thank you for joining us. We go to the bottom of the first with Grangeville on top of the Maniacs, 3-0. CJ, let's take a look at that Maniac lineup.
Well, it'll be up to the top of the order to try and get themselves back in this. Braden Turcotte in the leadoff spot, see what he can do to help out his own cause on the mound today, followed by center fielder Joe Sperano. Hitting third will be Rylan Larson behind the dish. Cleanup duties go to the youngster Dash Barlow, playing well early in the year over at first base. Silas Naranjo in the hot hole at short will hit fifth, followed in the sixth spot by Bodie Howell over in right field. The designated hitter Jaron Christofferson will hit seventh, followed by Nick Drobish over at third base. Left fielder Steve Bradbury will hit ninth, and is playing defensively, but not in the order, Easton Schneider at second base.
Turcotte swings at the first pitch, and it's in the hole out into left field. Just like that, Braden swings at the first offering from Reynolds, the southpaw, and Braden gets back one of those hits, a single, right past the glove of Weimer at third base. So the Maniacs in business here, down 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. Reynolds on the hill, Ebert catching, Dane Lindsley at first, Garmin at second, Weimer at third, Shue at shortstop, Lindsley, LaFay, and Fry in the left to right field. Pitch outside, throw down to first base, and diving back in is Turcotte. Joe Sperano. Boy, howdy, was he ever busy in the top of the first inning out in center field. They were constantly flipping stuff out to him, and that he had to play on a bounce. 1-0 on the way to Joe. Here's the next pitch. Swung through. Here's the throw down to second, and it misses the cutoff. And backing him up is Garmin, the second baseman. He's able to knock it down, and so Braden has a stolen base. You know how you were always talking about Braden with the dirty uniform? Well,
yeah.
We're 3 pitches into this, and he's covered in dirt out there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the next pitch to Joe. Swung on and fouled back into the screen.
Also known as Big Triple Joe.
Big Triple Joe. Let's see what he can do. You know, didn't get a chance to say that over the last 10 days or so, CJ, because he took off for spring break a little early.
Lucky.
How lucky is that? Here's the 1-2 to Joe. Waves at the high heater, and that'll do it as he fouls it back into the glove of Ebert. And so Joe goes down the first out for the Maniacs here in the bottom of the first inning. First strikeout registered by Reynolds. Rylan Larson, the Maniac catcher, about ready to step into the box as there's a short conference between Ebert and Reynolds. So what do you think Ebert's saying? Hey, I know this kid Larson. We go to school with one another. Throw him the high cheese. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, let's find out how Rylan does against the southpaw. Reynolds checks the runner out at second, and here's the first pitch. It's a strike at the hands for strike 1. Dash Barlow on deck, Silas Naranjo in the hole. 0-1 to Rylan. Swung through. Here's the throw down to third, and it's out into left field. Up on the ball is Jared Lindsley, and another stolen base by Braden Turcotte.
Braden just always itching with energy out on the base paths, and man, he has wheels. He's always a threat to steal a base no matter where he's at.
He gets a little tap on the backside from head coach Dylan Midstock, the base coach, over at third. And now the 0-1. Swinging strike 2, or that was strike 3, excuse me. So Rylan goes down. He is the second out here in the frame as he chases after the high cheese. Second strikeout for Reynolds now.
On deck number 4.
That will bring up the left-handed hitter, Dash Barlow. So lefty versus lefty here. And Dash is going to take a first pitch called strike. Dash taps the plate. He's ready, and Reynolds will work from the stretch. And Torrey frames a pitch on the outside. It misses, but couldn't have missed by much. 1 ball and 1 strike. Off the bag at third is Turcotte as he moves his way down the line. And Dash swings at the changeup. Strike 2, 1-2.
Pretty efficient performance so far, or start out of Reynolds.
And now the 1-2. A little high, 4-2.
He's been aggressive early in the count.
2 balls and 2 strikes to the cleanup hitter for the Maniacs, Dashel Barlow. And there's a change. It's up out of the glove of Ebert. Doesn't get too far away, however. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dashel, who normally plays over at first, is now over at first. Sorry about that. Here's the 3-2. Check swing. Yes, he gets called on a third strike, and that'll do it for the Maniacs. No runs on a hit no errors, one left out there. At the end of one inning of play, it is 3-0 Grangeville. CJ, the Bulldogs are coming back to the plate. Who are we going to look at?
Well, I'll lead back around to the top third of the order. Blake Shue, Torrey Ebert, and Thomas Reynolds after this.
While at work in Lewiston, Michael Toll injured his arm. Doctors said a course of rehabilitation was his best bet to getting healthy again. He chose Orofino Physical Therapy.
Went to the doctor, and they prescribed me physical therapy. They asked me where I wanted to go, and I said Orofino Physical Therapy. Heard a lot of good things about him.
How were you welcomed?
Very positive, very thorough, good bedside manner. Oh, very friendly. They greet you, smile on their face. Super friendly.
Physical therapists Mike and John were primary caregivers and prescribed a light conditioning workout.
I started off small, light weights, arm bike, stretching, exercises, and then worked into weights. Everything worked out great.
How flexible were they with your scheduled appointments?
They would work with my schedule. If I had something come up or couldn't make it that day, we'd reschedule, or they were very friendly.
After your physical therapy is over, will you continue to use Orofino Physical Therapy?
Absolutely. Yeah, body and motion will stay in motion. I see myself going there. Highly recommend them.
You have a choice. Choose Orofino Physical Therapy.
Welcome back once again. Bring home the win, Orofino. Sponsoring today's OHS broadcast are your friends at Orofino Physical Therapy, Kimberling Insurance, and Orofino Builder Supply.
Blake Shue waves through a first pitch changeup, tossed up there by Turcotte. 0-1 as we go to the top of the second inning. Pitch is swung on, and this one's going to be looped out into right field, and another base hit for the Grangeville Bulldogs. A little single out past the glove of Schneider, or excuse me, Schneider. Howell picks it up out there in right field.
Bulldogs coming out hot at the plate.
Gosh, yeah, look at this. They've already got 5 hits here in this baseball game off of one of the best pitchers the Maniacs have, Braden Turcotte. Braden will work from the stretch now. Short lead by Shue over at first. And the pitch comes in above the hands to Torrey Ebert. Torrey struck out, but then he got to first base when the ball came out of Larson's glove. Torrey would come around to score, so an unearned run by these Bulldogs up on the scoreboard. No throw down to first base as Ryland looks him back. 2 balls and no strikes to Torrey.
Torrey struck out swinging his first at-bat, but did reach after it popped out of Ryland's glove.
A bender. This curveball tails away from the right-handed hitter Ebert for ball 3. 3-0 now. Turcotte ready to go to work, and he comes back with a nice hook for a called strike to Torrey. 3-1. Torrey was going to take that pitch all the way. Lee Nadiger up that third base line. He shows him that swing away pitch sign. Here's the 3-1 swung on, and this is a ground ball to the third baseman. Barlow will go to second, and out at second base is Shue. Wow. That's Drobish. And there was some miscommunication as to who was playing third base. But that's Drobish who makes the nice play over to Schneider at second base to get the force on Shue. So Ebert hits into a fielder's choice. 1 gone here for Reynolds. First pitch to Reynolds is taken for a strike. Way to go, Braden. He paints the outside very nicely.
The lone lefty in the order for Grangeville.
The 0-1 on the way to Reynolds. Swung on and fouls it over to that first base dugout. Pitch that came inside and a nice cut by Reynolds. He's just protecting the strike zone, CJ, and he got ahead of that and just nearly fouled it completely into the dugout of the Bulldogs. Count is 0-2 to Thomas, who does hit from the left side, throws left, pitches outside, and there will be no throw down to second base. So give Torrey Ebert a stolen base, CJ. The pitch, unfortunately, for Ryland catching today, it was way outside. He came up out of his crouch to field it, and Ebert took off for second. Had a great jump. 0-2. Outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Reynolds was the Bulldog that started off the hit parade in the first. Chain reaction of 4 straight base knocks.
And that was on the first pitch that he saw from Braden. Here's the 2-2 curveball swung on. Here's the throw down to third, and it's out into left field. Rounding third and coming home to score is Ebert. Here comes the throw to the infield. And so a run will score on the throw from Larson out to Drobish that ends up into left field as Ebert comes home from second base. The out is recorded on Reynolds as he strikes out for the second out. Now that will bring up the cleanup hitter, Garmin. Pitch up there to Garmin, misses for a ball, 1-0. Braden working very, very quickly. Here's the 1-0 from Turcotte. Curveball swung on and fouled off to the right. 1-1 to Gannon. Yeah, wow, what a mistake, unfortunately. Ryland just airmailed a throw to Drobish. The 1-1 to Gannon. Swung on, and this one's going to be fouled out of play to the left. 1-2. Sacks are empty, one across here in the top of the second. And the 1-2 delivery, that one is swung on, and this one is going to be hit deep into the hole in left center field. Up on it, Esperano motoring for second. The throw comes into second base, and in with a 2-out double is Gannon Garmin.
Hot hitting continues for the Bulldogs here early.
Well, that's the first extra bases hit by the Bulldogs, and it comes off of Garmin's bat.
On deck number 4, Reese.
CJ, he just slugged it hard and went right into the alley. Lindsley pokes at the first pitch, fouls it away, 0-1. This is Dane Lindsley, who had an RBI single his first at-bat last inning. But the Bulldogs, again, they are the ones manufacturing runs today. The 0-1 on the way to Dane. Low, ball 1.
Lindsley sure looks like he could hit for some power. Actually, both Garmin and Lindsley look like pretty well-built kids.
Dane with that bat over his right shoulder, and now Turcotte from the stretch checks the runner at second. And the curveball a little low. Ball 2, 2-1.
Lindsley with an RBI single in the first.
Another look by Braden back to second base, and now he'll come to the plate. There's a strike on the inside. You betcha, any day of the week that fastball torches the inside black, and Dane never takes the bat off of his right shoulder. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the third baseman for the Bulldogs. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Swings at an offering outside. Here's the throw down to first base as the ball falls out of the glove of Larson, and there's the third out recorded. Bulldogs pick up a run on 2 hits. They leave one out there. They lead this ball game 4-0. Bottom of the second is coming up, CJ. Who we're going to look at for the Maniacs?
5, 6, and 7 will try to get the bats going. Naranjo, Howell, and Christofferson when Jeff and I return after this.
Life can throw you curveballs, but your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers 24/7 roadside assistance. This debit card fixes flats. Does your debit card do that? Open a P1FCU Preferred debit account in minutes at p1fcu.org. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU Preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
The spring merchandise book is now out and available to pick up at Orofino Builder Supply. Filled with fantastic buys for outdoor living, lawn and garden, tools, and a whole list of needs you have around the house. Come in today and sign up to win $500 in an Orofino Builder Supply shopping spree. Use your shopping giveaway to purchase anything from the spring merchandise book. Paint supplies, home essentials, even building materials. 2 giveaways will be awarded, but you must sign up to win by May 31st only at Orofino Builder Supply.
Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services and Riverside Physical Therapy say go Maniacs and win as we head to the home half of the second. It is 4-0 Grangeville, Jeff.
Well, here we go for the Maniacs. Silas Naranjo is going to lead things off here. This is his first look at Reynolds, the southpaw for the Bulldogs, and the lefty tosses the first pitch up there, swung on and fouled off to the right. Back to the automatic ball return. 1 quick strike. So CJ, 3 strikeouts for Reynolds back in the first, and 4 Ks for his counterpart across the way for the Maniacs, Braden Turcotte. Pitch is in there for a ball, 1-1.
A hot start for Reynolds after giving up that single. Strikes out 3 straight.
1-1. Here's the next pitch to Silas. Swings through the high heat, does Naranjo. 1-2. Right now, those pitches from Reynolds, they look awfully tempting, CJ. Here's the 1-2 to Silas. There's a slider up high for ball 2. One of the things that opposing pitchers have had a difficult time with Silas, I think, CJ, is his size. He doesn't have a lot of stature to him. 5'3", 5'4", pitches high. And so Silas can wait out a lot of these pitchers, let them find the strike zone. But he only helps them when he swings at pitches that are about shoulder high. 3-2, now on the way to the Maniac shortstop. High for ball 4. There he goes. Toss the bat, and Silas has a base on balls. That's the first walk issued by the starter for the Bulldogs, Thomas Reynolds.
Just like you were talking about, the shrunken strike zone. Gets a man aboard.
Bodie Howell. Maniacs getting their first look at Reynolds here. Here's the first pitch, high and away, ball 1 to Bodie. Bodie hitting 6th in the order for Orofino.
He burst onto the scene in his first game in a Maniac uniform and got himself Pizza Factory Player of the Game.
Yeah, he was phenomenal, wasn't he? 1-0 is outside for ball 2.
He was, I believe, double, a single, and 4 RBI.
Gosh, yeah. That was that in the matchup against Priest River?
I think so, yeah.
Move over to first base, and diving back in is Naranjo.
If I remember correctly, he is also Pierce Weehype native coming over from Timberline.
2 balls and no strikes. Here's the next pitch to Bodie. That's down the heart of the plate for a called strike. Signs coming in from Midstock up that third baseline. Let's see what Bodie does. Now the 2-1. Swings through the high fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
A big cut there from Bodie. He wanted that one.
I don't think he missed it by much, CJ. I think he had it timed up, but just swung underneath it. The 2-2. Check swing. Oh, he should have went after it because he gets rung up on a called third strike. 4th strikeout for starting pitcher Thomas Reynolds.
Yeah, it's one of those you at least got to protect, foul it off until you find something.
That's right, that's right. Here's the designated hitter, Jaron Christofferson. From the stretch, Reynolds with a check of the runner over at first and a move over to first base. Silas, nothing more than a safety lead. He's only got like 2 steps away from the bag, and Reynolds just flips over a B move. And it's kind of funny to watch Dane Lindsley over there. At first, he hops up there like it's way up high. And the first offering just above the hands for ball 1 to Jaron. Jaron waiting for something in his wheelhouse that he can just take a crack at and send it deep into a hole somewhere. The 1-0 swung on and fouled out of play to the right. Just a little behind that pitch, CJ. A ball and a strike. The Orofino Maniacs 8-1. I misspoke a short bit ago. I said 9-1, but they are 8-1. Grangeville 8-3. Fastball misses inside, and jackknifing out of the way is Christofferson. 2-1 now.
Christofferson, another one coming over from Timberline.
Here's the 2-1. Swings through the fastball to Jaron. 2-2. Reynolds, he has struck out 4, walked 1, given up just 1 hit so far. Pitch is swung on, popped up behind home plate into the crowd. So Jaron's going to have another opportunity as when Reynolds releases CJ, he's almost releasing a touch early, and most everything that he tosses up there is coming up high. And the Maniacs are offering at it right now, as evidenced by that last pitch. 2-2 to Jaron. Breaking ball swung on, a little ground ball up the third base line. Could spell trouble. Up on it is Weimer, the toss to first. It is in time, and on at second base is Naranjo. Boy, that was a slow roller up to Weimer, who got stuck on his heels over there at third base. He had to jump on it and come into the infield grass about 6-7 steps, but he was Johnny on the spot when it comes to making that throw. Here's Drobish now with 1 in scoring position and 2 gone, and he offers at the first pitch a fastball for strike 1.
Yeah, unfortunately for Christopherson, speed just not one of those tools in his repertoire.
0-1 to Nick, and he's going to take a called strike this time, 0-2. Bradbury on deck if he has an opportunity. We're in the bottom of the second. The Maniacs have 1 in scoring position, but they have 2 out here in the frame. And a hard line drive right back up the middle off of the leg of Reynolds. Here's the throw to first. It's not in time. Boy, howdy, CJ. That went right off the shin of Reynolds. It took him out on a hop. He rolled around in the grass. He looked as though he was hurt for a bit, but he's up.
Yeah, the fact that he took that ball, it probably saved a run, as that was going to find its way into center field. That was laced, and Silas Naranjo having to hold at third base due to that getting knocked down.
It's a single by Drobish, and so they're going to give starting pitcher Thomas Reynolds a couple of warm-up tosses, and it looked as though it went off his shin, but he started to wave around that left elbow. And he says he's fine after a couple of warm-up tosses. And Lee Nadiger is going to head back to that first base dugout. Nadiger, a former baseballer at Grangeville High School. It's been about 20 years since we've seen Lee actively play in a baseball game. So here we go. We're ready for Steve Bradbury now, hitting in the 9 spot. And a pitch is taken for a called strike. The tag falls, the ball falls out of the glove of Shu. And having to stay at third base is Naranjo. So safe at second base is Drobish.
He's hurting.
Drobish, he had a hard slide into second base. The tag applied by Shu, the shortstop. And nice slide by Drobish to knock the ball out of his glove.
Yeah, that was a strike from Ebert. That was in time to get him.
So 2 in scoring position now. The 0-1 to Bradbury inside. He puts up the stop sign as the ball to Ebert's glove behind home plate gets away just enough, but not that far. 1 ball and 1 strike to Steven. He'll take a strike at the knees as Bradbury now looking at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Bradbury hitting .263 so far on the year.
Wow. Here's the 1-2. Check swing. Oh, he went for it. So says our home plate umpire. And that's going to do it for the Maniacs. They leave 2 in scoring position. After 2 innings of play, Grangeville is up 4-0. It's the top of the third, CJ. Who's coming up for Grangeville?
Weimer, Lindsley, and Fry will see the plate for the Bulldogs after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camus Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100, or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino, to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Family Eye Care and P1FCU are proud Maniac backers all through the year here on KLER as we head to the top of the third here at the ball field at Orofino High. It is 4-0 Grangeville. That looks to be Steve Bradbury on the mound as we have a pitching change.
Wow, so I wonder what that's all about. We will try and look around to find out where Braden Turcotte has gone. Is that Braden out at shortstop, CJ? It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So where's Silas at then? Unless the DH has been taken off. Nope, Silas has moved over to second. So that leaves, where's Easton Schneider? All kinds of changes here that we're going to try and come up with here for you.
Easton's out in left field.
Easton's in left field.
Well, here we go. Reese Weimer at the plate, and he'll take a bender for a called first strike. So the book is closed on Turcotte as he gives up 4 runs on 6 hits. He struck out 4 and walked 1. The 0-1 is swung on, a little ground ball to the third baseman. Drobish is up on it. The high throw, but coming down with the ball on the bag at first is for the Maniacs Dash Barlow. I wanted to make sure that was Dash out there. So many changes, and we're not real sure exactly why, but so 1 gone. Here's Lindsley now. This is Jared Lindsley. He waves at the first pitch, strike 1. Jared struck out for the second out in the first inning of play. Bradbury, nice looking hook up there, just a little high though for ball 1.
Coach Midstock giving the Bulldogs batters something different to look at.
1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the Bradbury pitch, swung on, and this one's going to be hit high but foul and out of play to the left. 1-2. So Steve Bradbury comes in from left field to take over for Braden Turcotte. Bradbury, a tall right-hander, has the sign from Larson. Swinging third strike, start the ball around the horn. There is out number 2. Jared Lindsley waves at a curveball off of the dish. The first strikeout registered for Larson, or excuse me, rather for Bradbury. So Caleb Fry for the Bulldogs coming to the plate. Nobody out there on the sacks. Grangeville with a 4-0 lead. First offering, swung on, and this one's going to be hit out into left field. Up on it is Schneider, and he'll get it in. So a 2-out single off of the bat of the number 8 hitter, Caleb Fry, to keep things going for Grangeville. I thought there was a possibility that Bulldogs would go down in order here, but the way they've been hitting the ball, CJ. Miles LaFay now with 1 aboard for Grangeville. Waves at a curveball, swings and fouls it off the end of his bat. 0-1.
Yeah, it seems like Grangeville not going to make it that easy today.
No. They're going to get their hacks in, and right now they have been connecting. Here's the 0-1 to LaFay. Swings at this one. Sharply hit ball through the wickets of Turcotte and out into left field. So Miles will reach on the air by the shortstop.
Back to the top of the order.
And that will put 2 aboard as we go to the top of the order now. Just when Orofino has an opportunity, Braden just unfortunately took his eyes off the ball. He was looking to see where second baseman Naranjo was at because he was just going to flip it and get the force on LaFay.
And now Bradbury has the top of the order to face with a couple on.
Here's Shue. Curveball to Shu, up high for a ball, 1-0.
Chu so far 1 for 2.
Fry at second, LeFay at first. Both runners will take their leads. And the 1-0 pitch, curveball, swung on, and this one is going to be hit out into left field. And up on the ball, Schneider, here comes the throw, and scoring from second base as the ball is cut off by Drobish at third base. And so the Bulldogs add another run as they now lead at 5-0. An RBI single off the bat of Blake Shu in that leadoff spot, CJ. And Grangeville just continues to hammer Maniac pitching. On the play, LeFay moves over to second.
That was hit number 8.
All of this coming with 2 outs. Here is Ebert. Curve, and wow, just must have missed a touch low. 1 ball and no strikes. Steve Bradbury coming in and on 4 pitches gets 2 outs, but then has fallen apart since then. Here's the 1-0. High for ball 2. Bulldogs with 3 in the first, 1 in the second, and so far 1 here in the third. They've got 2 base runners out there, 2 gone, and Steve Bradbury is going to try and get this taken care of. Here is the next pitch, and wow, I don't know where that's missing. It must be just a little low. That is ball 3. Rylan Larson, doing a superb job behind the dish. He doesn't move that elbow an inch, but our home plate umpire says no, ball 3. Here's the 3-0, high for ball 4. So that's going to load up the bags with Bulldogs. First walk given up by Bradbury.
Now to bat number 13.
That pushes LeFay to third. Shu is now at second. And now the hard task of getting Thomas Reynolds out, CJ, the left-handed hitter, the pitcher for the Bulldogs. He is 1 for 2 today with a run scored.
Yeah, dangerous moment here for Stephen Bradbury.
We have a courtesy runner for Ebert. This is Ashton Willis. So Willis will run for Ebert. One of the 2 players that gets a courtesy runner, pitcher or catcher. Reynolds takes the first pitch inside, and it hit him. It just must have moved his pant leg enough where that's going to bring home LeFay from third base, and the Bulldogs now have a 6-0 lead. Wow, that is just tough to have to take. Wow.
On deck.
Hit by pitch, and it brings home another run. Gannon Garman to the plate. Pitch inside to Gannon, misses for a ball. Gannon is 2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. Maniacs shorten the infield. Curveball misses inside for ball 2. Steven working on that curve, CJ, and he just doesn't have enough break on it for it to drop into the strike zone. 2 balls and no strikes to the second baseman for the Bulldogs. Comes back with a straight change, swung on, fly ball, foul up the left field line. Boy, howdy, was that ever going to spell disaster if that drops in on the right side of that chalk line, because it more than likely would have at least brought 2 runs across to score. But as it is, it's just a strike to Garman. Anytime you're sitting there with a 2-0 pitcher thinking, I'm going to swing if I get anything close to the strike zone, and that's exactly what the cleanup hitter did. The pitch is just a little low for ball 3, 3-1 now.
Already 6 runs to their credit with a 6-run advantage. Grangeville poised to break the game open.
Oh, good looking hook, you betcha. And Garman thought he was going to take off to first base, and up here I said, no, that's got to be a called strike. That ball just danced up there from Bradbury. Good looking curveball. Steven now ready to go. Here's the 3-2. It is inside, and that's going to walk home a run. Second walk issued by Steven. Shu will plate from third base, and it is 7-0 Grangeville. Wow. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's just Couple of runs here, a couple of runs there, and now all of a sudden, CJ, things are looking awfully tough for Orofino as the Maniacs are now facing the 9th batter. Lindsley, he's going to hit one hard but foul up the left field line for a quick strike. This is the second time in 3 innings that the Bulldogs have batted around. It is so tough to win games when you allow that many batters to the plate in any one inning. Here's the 0-1. Ooh, waving at a curveball off the dish is Dane for strike 2. Now, if Steven could just find some junk to toss up there and get him to swing at something silly and get this over with, the Maniacs can try and get back to work in the bottom of the 3rd. Count is 0-2. Here's the waste pitch swung on, and this is a fly ball out into center field. 1 run will plate as they'll get the ball into the infield all the way to Rylan Larson. Scoring from third base is Willis, the courtesy runner for Ebert. 8-0 Grangeville. Wow, on a 2-strike pitch, Dane Lindsley says, "I'll take that," and comes up with an RBI single.
Bulldogs have now batted around.
Reese Weimer, he was the first out in this frame when we originally started it. He waves at the first pitch and fouls it off to the right, back to the automatic ball return, 0-1.
We have an update on the softball game in the top of the 4th. It is 5-0 Orofino over Kamiah.
Wow, good job, girls. Curveball taken strike 2 to Reese. This is the most run production that the Bulldogs have had so far in this game. 4 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. They lead it 8-0. Pitch is swung on, fouled back into the screen. Count will remain 0-2. I believe Grangeville had spring break last week, but they have come back from break anyway, and they look very, very good. Pitch is going to be swung on, hit foul out of play to the right.
Yeah, they look like they never took a break.
I was here at the ball field when the Maniacs had during spring break, and a lot of the players had come out. I believe it was 5 or 5:30 or something like that for a practice, and it was nice to see that many kids come out during spring break. Here's the 0-2. There's a hook that stays high for ball 1 to Reese. So again, the sacks juiced with Bulldogs, 4 across. Here is a hook, and that too stays high for ball 2. 2-2 to the first baseman, Reese Weimer.
Coming into the ball game, Steven had pitched 3.2 innings on the year.
Well, here's the 2-2. Outside, it's knocked down at home plate by Larson. And so Reese has worked his way back into the count, quickly found himself down in the count, 0-2. He has watched 3 straight offerings from Bradbury miss badly. Bradbury just wants to get a good-looking pitch in there to make him swing at something. Here's the 3-2, swung on, and that'll do it for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 3rd inning. But they do damage here as they score 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and they leave the sacks loaded. CJ, it'll be the bottom of the 3rd. Who's coming up for the Maniacs?
Maniacs have the top of the order. Turcotte, Sperano, and Larson due up after this. We'll be back right after this.
If you're like so many who suffer from lower back pain, you should know you don't have to live with it. Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness Center can help you once and for all treat the pain without breaking the bank. Back problems are the leading cause of people missing work. Many times it's brought on by poor sitting posture, frequent forward bending, and heavy lifting objects. The highly qualified staff at Orofino Physical Therapy can help you when you start with a free pain assessment. Getting you pain-free, that's our goal at Orofino Physical Therapy.
Oh, I love family road trips. The wind in my ears, the treats in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing we got a free safety check at Les Schwab Tires. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires. Limited time offer while supplies last. Actual discount amount depends on tire and wheel size and type. Cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions apply. Details at leschwab.com.
We're back here as Orofino Marketplace and Les Schwab Tire, our backers of the Maniacs. Here is C.J. Thompson with our play-by-play.
Braden Turcotte will lead things off, facing Reynolds once again. First pitch is well high, 1-0. Braden with one of the Maniacs' 2 hits so far.
Number 1, Braden Turcotte.
He's hitting at a 409 clip on the year as the set, and the 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike, 1-1.
Yeah, Thomas, that southpaw out there, CJ, he's got a pretty good-looking curveball himself. Starts it outside and ends right over the outside black.
The 1-1 delivery to the plate, a fastball swing, and a fly ball out into right field, and it is going to drop. Another base knock here for Braden Turcotte.
Yeah, Braden with a little flare out there into right field, CJ. Lost it immediately when it came off the bat on this bright and beautiful sunny day here across the Clearwater Valley. Thanks for listening in to AM 13 KLER Orofino and on our Facebook site KLER 1300 AM.
Here is Joe Sperano with a man aboard, nobody down. Maniacs trail 8-0. First pitch from Reynolds, swing and a miss through a fastball.
Yeah, so Joe is one of Reynolds' 5 strikeout victims here through 2 innings.
Turcotte the lead over at first, held on by Weimer. Here's the pitch, and a snap throw out over to first base. Is that missed for ball 2?
1-1 now.
Missed for ball 1. Joe waves the bat over his right shoulder. Here's the pitch, and misses for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, Thomas certainly brought the heat that time, CJ. I mean, he kept the ball low. If Joe's able to get a bat on there, he might just induce him into an inning or a double play.
Now the 2-1 pitch inside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike.
I'd like to be in the head of this home plate umpire here because I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure what is a strike right now.
Reynolds set, steals to the dish. That is inside for ball 4, and the Maniacs have a couple aboard as Turcotte heads over to second. Sperano will take over at first to the base on balls. Just the second walk so far by Thomas Reynolds.
I think, you know, our home plate umpires had somewhat of a very small strike zone today. Maniacs going to try and take advantage of it if they can here, down 8-0.
Here's Rylan Larson. Runners at first and second. A look back from Reynolds. Steals to the dish. That's way upstairs for ball 1. Larson, another of Reynolds' strikeout victims. There's the 1-0 pitch as the runner goes throw to third. In there safely is Turcotte. Both runners advance.
Wow, that was nice. That was a nice throw by Torrey Ebert. Weimer fielded that ball to the second base side of third. He's got that left glove on, CJ, and he just follows through on the catch and tries to apply the tag to Braden's legs as he slides by, but he has his hand on the bag first.
Pitch missed for ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball that was down low. 2-1.
So the Maniacs have had runners in scoring position, just have not been able to get them to cross home plate.
And a 2-1 pitch to the plate, nicely placed on the inner edge at the knees. 2-2. Runners at second and third. Nobody down. There's the pitch up high. Full count to Larson. Larson swinging at a 348 clip in that 3 spot. Runners at second and third take their leads. The payoff pitch to the plate, swing and a miss, struck him out. 6th strikeout here for Reynolds. And there's 1 down.
Second time that Larson has went down swinging, CJ, and he really went after a pretty good pitch. He's got to swing at that, and he just unfortunately missed the fastball.
Here's the youngster Dash Barlow hitting from the left side. Pitch in there for a called strike on the outer portion. 0-1. Lefty against lefty. And the 0-1 pitch to Dash. Another strike on the outer part of the play.
Reynolds with 2 consecutive fastballs to Dash, just egging him. Go ahead, swing at one of these. I'll dare you.
The waste pitch on the way from Reynolds, swung through and comes up empty. Another strikeout. 7th here for Reynolds. And there's 2 down.
You know, as you said, Dash, one of those youngsters, CJ, and he'll learn to take advantage of that pitch count as the time goes on.
Here's Silas Naranjo cut at the first pitch, a 1-hopper into the glove of Garmin at second. Soft toss over to first, and that will end the threat here in the home half of the third, as the Maniacs are held scoreless on a 1 hit, no errors. They do leave 2 out there, both in scoring position once again, 8-0.
Well, it's the 4th inning when we come back, and for the Bulldogs, scheduled up are Jared Lindsley, Caleb Fry, and Miles LaFay. When CJ and I return to the ballpark at Orofino after this.
Why do your friends and neighbors choose to shop locally at Orofino Marketplace? It's because of the low prices, quality food, and the smiles you'll see on our employees every day. Orofino Marketplace is your hometown marketplace where we believe in community. Donating to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events, Orofino Marketplace is all about our hometown values and that personal connection with you. Open daily when you need us the most. Orofino Marketplace.
Once upon a time, there was a sleepy bear in search of a place to nap. Like the inside of a car. A coupe? Too small. An SUV? Too big. A station wagon? Just right. But as his eyelids began to get heavy, we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For auto, home, life, and commercial insurance, see me, Greg Kimberling, in Lewiston at 622 Bryden Avenue.
The Pizza Factory player of the game. Listen for it. We'll have it at the end of this game. Here's CJ.
Here's Jared Lindsley. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. Bradbury back out on the bump.
Well, you look at Jared, he's not had any luck to start the bottom third of this inning, CJ. He is 0 for 2 on a couple of strikeouts.
The 0-1 pitch on the way, swinging a grounder to third base, gloved by Drobish. The throw in time. And Jared Lindsley goes down 5-3 for the first out.
Not only in time, CJ, but well in time. That ball came off of the bat of Jared pretty quickly. 1 hop right to third baseman Drobish. And Drobish with a nice backhand, transfer, throw.
There's the windup and the pitch to Caleb Fry. Swing and a miss at a pitch that finished off the dish.
Way off of the dish. That was a nice curveball tossed up there by Caleb. Or to Caleb, rather.
Now the windup and the 0-1 delivery, and that pitch misses high. 1-1.
Well, since Bradbury's entered this game, he's given up 4 runs on 3 hits.
The 1-1 delivery to the plate, swing and a fly ball out towards right center. Moving over, it'll fall right in the midst of the Bermuda Triangle between Sperano, Howell, and Naranjo. And it'll be base hit.
Yeah, you know, you get Howell out there in right and Joe in center, and they both are converging on the same spot. You got to talk to one another, CJ, because I believe either one of those gentlemen out there could have made that catch if they would have known where the other was at. And so it looks as though we're going to have a defensive change here as Bodie is going to come in, and replacing him, it looks like it's Willis. Is that 2-4, or who is that? Loudon? 2-8. That is Loudon Cochran, now out in right field.
And here is Miles LaFay. Takes a swing at the first pitch over to third, in and out of the glove of Drobish. By the time he corrals it in, LaFay is safe at first. Fry advancing to second. Runners at first and second now with 1 down after the error.
At bat number 12, Blake Shue, top of the order. On deck number 8.
It's a hard hit ball off the bat of LaFay. Drobish just couldn't keep it in the glove.
Yeah, just unfortunately an error for the Maniac third baseman.
Here's Blake Shue, first pitch to the leadoff man, misses low. 1-0. Shue's been dangerous so far today. 2 for 3, single and or RBI and a run scored. Now the 1-0 pitch misses low and away. 2-0.
Looks as though Steven knows he's in a bit of a jam here, CJ, and it looks as though he's almost trying to steer that ball up to the glove of his catcher, Larson.
Here's the set and the pitch to Shue, and a called strike on the inside corner at the knees. 2-1.
Bradbury's got to pick himself up here. He just got himself a strike. He's got to go up there knowing that he's the man.
Runners take their leads. The 2-1 pitch to the plate, a called strike just above the belt.
Just a little above the belt.
2-2. Bradbury, a look back, sets and delivers. Swing and a high fly ball out to left center field. Moving over is Schneider. He'll call it to make the catch. Hat comes off, and there's 2 down.
Again, that ball gets caught up in the breeze, CJ, and everybody converges on it all at the same time. And you just want, again, some talk to happen out there because everybody was going out there, and it's Schneider who calls him off to make the catch.
It's 2 down. 2 on, 2 down for Torrey Ebert. Ebert has reached all 3 times, still looking for his first hit. Here's the pitch in there for a called strike with a curveball, 0-1.
What a pitcher is always striving for is that first pitch strike. You want that first pitch strike. Give yourself an edge.
There's the set and the 0-1 pitch, and it's outside. Ball and a strike to Ebert.
You know, anytime you can give yourself an edge, especially right now with Grangeville, they have, 6, 7, 9, 10 hits in this ball game. You got to give yourself anything.
And the 1-1 pitch misses for ball, 2 balls, and a strike to Ebert.
You know, Ryland just doing a superb job behind the dish, and Steven doing a good job out on the hill in relief here, but just not getting him.
A 2-1 pitch, swinging a line drive to center field. Having to play it on a hop is Sperano, and he almost got it with his bare hand, but coming home to score is a Caleb Fry, and the Bulldogs go up 9-0. LaFay to second on the play, and Ebert will take over at first. He has his first hits and an RBI.
Wow, CJ, we're in the 4th inning, and the Bulldogs have scored in every inning. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 runs in the third, and now 1 here in the 4th. And we have a courtesy runner coming. This is Willis for Torrey.
Here is Reynolds. Takes a cut at the first pitch, and he sends one over to second base for 3 for the third out.
Yeah, and so the Bulldogs do come up with 1 run on a hit, 2 hits rather, an error, and they leave 2 out there. Let's see, when we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 4th. And for the Maniacs, Howell, Christofferson, and Drobish are scheduled up after this.
Life can throw you curveballs, but your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers 24/7 roadside assistance. This debit card fixes flats. Does your debit card do that? Open a P1FCU Prefer debit account in minutes at p1fcu.org. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU Prefer debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
While we may choose to dine in a little more than past, it's nice to know when you just gotta have pizza, it's available from Orofino's Pizza Factory. Delicious and great pizza, baked spaghetti, hot wings, and the best breadsticks. Order contact-free and we'll deliver to your door or when you drive up to ours. 307 Michigan Avenue in Orofino, the Pizza Factory.
They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Terry Bowling of Camus Financial Services, Riverside Physical Therapy. These are just two of the Maniac sponsors helping to bring you baseball here on KLER. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, we go to the bottom of the fourth. Nothing but goose eggs for Orofino in 3 innings. They're going to try and change that here as they're going to be looking at hitters 6, 7, and 8. Howell, Christofferson, and Drobish scheduled up. Reynolds back out on the hill. Here's CJ.
This will be Loudon Cochran here leading things off. First pitch from Reynolds in there for a called strike at the knees. 0-1.
That's right. Loudon came in and replaced Howell out in right field.
Southpaw sets and fires the 0-1 pitch. Another called strike. 0-2. Reynolds out to the lead. The waste pitch on the way to Cochran. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A 3-pitch strikeout to start off the home half of the fourth.
Well, Reynolds has now struck out 8 batters, CJ. I mean, and he makes no nonsense about it. He's going to fire that fastball up there and get you swinging at it.
Here's Jaron Christofferson hitting 7th in the order. Bounced out over to 3rd in his first at-bat. Reynolds working from the stretch, sets and fires. Swing and a low fly ball over second base. Moving over, making the catch is a Blake Shue for the second out. Those little flares always look like they're going to end up in the outfield.
Number 15.
Yeah. You just got to... right now I forgot my baseball cap, and so I have my hand over to shield myself from the sun.
Yeah, you and me both. There's the first pitch to Drobish, fouled off.
Fans, if you're planning on coming out, make sure you bring your sunglasses. You'll need them. It's a gorgeous day here on the Clearwater Valley.
Here's the 0-1 delivery inside for ball 1.
Well, Reynolds is just throwing up a steady diet of fastballs, CJ. Maybe a changeup every once in a while and a little curve, but nothing much more.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to the plate, high and tight. 2 balls and a strike to Drobish. Drobish, one of the 3 hits so far for the Maniacs. They've had 1 hit in each inning. Now the 2-1 pitch, swinging a hard hit grounder over to second base. Garmin is there, and the short toss over to first will set down the Maniacs 1-2-3 here in the home half of the fourth. It is 8-9-0 Grangeville.
Well, when the Bulldogs come to the plate here in the 5th inning of play, we're going to be looking at the middle third of the order, Garmin, Lindsley, and Weimer, when CJ and I return to the ballpark after this. Who said towing had to mean you needed a truck? Hanson Garage introduces you to the 2021 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Luxe. Built with a 3.2-liter V6 engine that packs a whopping 271 horsepower and 239 pound-foot of torque, you'll do anything and go anywhere with this stylish vehicle. Leather heated seats and steering wheel, trailer tow package, newly reduced $29,899, plus 0 interest for 84 months. Hanson Garage.
Accidents happen, but your P1FCU debit account can help you pick up the pieces. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers cell phone protection, up to 2 $400 claims per year. Does your debit card do that? Just pay your cell phone bill from your preferred or Power Plus debit account and you're covered. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred or Power Plus debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Orofino Physical Therapy, Kimberling Insurance, Orofino Builder Supply. 3 of our sponsors bringing you Maniac Baseball on KLER. Here is CJ Thompson.
Gannon Garmin will lead things off for the Bulldogs here in the 5th. Bradbury back out on the mound, winds and fires the first pitch, low and away for ball 1.
So, Turcotte started the first 2 innings. It's been Steve Bradbury since then.
And the pitch comes back inside. 2-0.
Turcotte gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. Bradbury so far has given up 5 runs on 5 hits.
2-0 pitch to the plate. Nicely framed, but misses away. 3-0. Garmin so far 2 for 2. Couple RBI and a run scored as the 3-0 pitch, Bender catches. 3-1. Garmin cleanup duties today. The 3-1 pitch stays way high for ball 4, and a leadoff walk will put Garmin aboard.
So, and as you look at the other stats for Steven, he has struck out 2, but he has walked 3, and that's the wrong side of the stat. You want to have more strikeouts than you do have free passes to an opposing team.
Bradbury now working from the stretch with a man aboard. Here is Dane Lindsley. First pitch swing and a miss. Able to get that breaking ball by swinging Lindsley.
You look at Dane down there, CJ, and he's getting signs from Lee Natiger up that third base line, and Dane just shrugged his shoulders. I don't know what I was thinking of, Coach. That was an ugly pitch and an ugly swing after it.
Garmin a good lead over at first, held on by Drobish. Bradbury looking back to the bag.
Well, Steven looked him back to the bag, CJ, but he might have actually had a shot at him because Garmin kind of got his cleats stuck in the dirt out there.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, swing, and slow roller, third base side. Bradbury's on it, long throw, and not in time. Lindsley safe at first. Garmin to second.
Yeah, boy, howdy. Those are, it's like a full swinging bunt. It's just an infield single that rolled up that third base line, and nobody could get to it except for Bradbury. And I think everybody was just hoping it was going to roll foul, but it just stayed on the right side of that chalk line up the third base line.
Goes in the book as his third hit of the day. Here's Reese Weimer. Runners at first and second. Here's the first pitch, swinging a line drive into the glove of Turcotte. Takes it to the bag at second, and a double play.
Yeah.
Changes things quickly. Here
yeah.
In.
So you take a look at that, and that's a hard hit chopper to Braden. Line drive. So 2 gone.
And then he doubles up Lindsley unassisted. Or Garmin unassisted. Here's the pitch, swing, and a miss from Jared Lindsley.
So Weimer winds out for the first out, and then Garmin 1 second later is the second out when stepping on the bag.
And he turns and fouls this one off. Pulls it on the third base side.
Almost an opportunity for a triple play. If you look at it, CJ, Dane Lindsley was a little ways off the bag at first. Braden thought about throwing, but he didn't want to give up the ball. That would have been a fine play, though.
It's now 1 on with 2 outs, and the pitch way outside. Nice lunge from Larson to keep it in front and hold the runner. 1-2. Lindsley. 1 of 2 Lindsleys in the order. 1-2 pitch on the way, fouls it back into the glove of Rylan Larson, and that strikeout will do it for the Bulldogs here in the 5th. No runs on a hit, no errors, and they do leave 1 out there. It's 9-0 Bulldogs.
Well, the Maniacs have got their work cut out for them. When we come back, it'll be hitters 9, 1, and 2, Bradbury, Turcotte, Sperano, when we return after this.
What's new at Orofino Builder Supply? Well, everything. Come out to the Highway 12 location and take a look. Pick up a copy of the 2021 Spring Merchandise Book to see firsthand the hundreds of in-store and online items. Plus, sign up to win 1 of 2 $500 shopping giveaways. Use your winnings to purchase anything you find in the merchandise book. Sign up before May 31st. Complete rules and regulations can be found today at Orofino Builder Supply. Stop in.
Oh, I love family road trips. The wind in my ears, the treats in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing we got a free safety check at Les Schwab Tires. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires. Limited time offer while supplies last. Actual discount amount depends on tire and wheel size and type. Cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions apply. Details at leschwab.com.
Family Eye Care, P1FCU, are 2 of the many fine sponsors bringing you Maniac Baseball on KLER. Here's CJ.
Stephen Bradbury will lead things off here in the home half of the 5th for the Maniacs. Reynolds back out on the mound. So here's the first pitch, swing and a miss, 4-strike 1. Bradbury hitting at a 263 clip on the year. He went down looking in the second. The 0-1 pitch to the plate, and he catches that inside edge at the letters. 0-2. An efficient performance for Reynolds, looking to go all the way. The waste pitch fouled straight back. Count stays at 0-2.
Yeah, that looked to be a Reynolds changeup, CJ, because he didn't have the same pace. Came in a little high. Bradbury had it timed up, just got underneath it.
There's the set and the 0-2 pitch. He slaps one over foul territory, first base side off the bag. Weimer makes a nice catch for the first out.
Well, Maniacs are running out of outs here in the bottom of the fifth, down by 9 to this Grangeville Bulldogs squad. We're a doubleheader today. Come on out and watch, folks.
Brings us back around to the top of the order with Braden Turcott. Really the lone Maniac with good success today at the plate. He's 2 for 2. Here's the first pitch to Braden, up high. 4-1.
Both times that Braden has been aboard, he has had a couple of stolen bases, but has been stranded at third.
Here's the pitch, swings and sends a fastball up the middle and slips by the glove of Garmin at second base and dribbles into center field. I thought he had it.
Well, he did. He had it backhanded, CJ, behind the bag at second while his foot was on the outfield grass. Then the ball just came out of his glove. There wasn't going to be a play. That's a straight single all the way, all day long.
Here's Joe Sperano looking for his first hit of the day. Waves the bat over his right shoulder. First pitch from Reynolds, high. 1-0. Sperano went down swinging in the first, walked, got stranded at second in the third. The 1-0 pitch on the way, swings past the fastball, 1-1.
Yeah, Joe swung almost out of his socks there. He liked that pitch, CJ. He wanted to send it somewhere deep into left field. Unfortunately, couldn't find the handle of the ball.
Great speed over first in Turcott as that pitch in there for a called strike. Comes back on the outer portion, 1-2.
Turcott with 3 stolen bases so far in his 2 plate appearances.
The 1-2 pitch to Sperano, swing and a miss for strike 3. As Reynolds, is he in double digits now? Or is that 9?
Nope, that's 9.
9 strikeouts for Reynolds. And there's 1 down. 2 down. For Rylan Larson.
On deck number 9, dashboard.
Larson has struck out swinging a couple of times.
You know this kid wants to give his team a chance here.
First pitch to Larson starts him off up high. 1-0. Turcott over at first base. Be held on by Weimer. Set and the 1-0 pitch. He slaps one foul. And out of play, 1-1. Dash Barlow over on deck, hoping he gets a chance to get in on the action here in the 5th. Reynolds deals to the plate, high and tight. 2 balls and a strike. 9-0 Grangeville here in the bottom of the 5th. Now the 2-1 pitch fouled straight back into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And again, Orofino has Thomas pretty well timed up, CJ. They're just unable to find the middle of that ball and drive it somewhere.
Larson hitting well on the year, 348. As the 2-2 pitch hits him. That hit him on the hands, isn't it? Or he fouled it off the bottom of the bat?
He fouled it off the knob of the bat, CJ.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch from Reynolds, a good-looking curveball for a called strike, rung him up, and that'll do it for the Maniacs here in the 5th. No runs on the hits, no errors. They do leave one stranded out there. It's 9-0 Bulldogs.
Caleb Fry, Miles LeFay, and Blake Shue coming up for Grangeville in the top of the 6th after this.
Accidents happen, but your P1FCU debit account can help you pick up the pieces. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers cell phone protection, up to 2 $400 claims per year. Does your debit card do that? Just pay your cell phone bill from your preferred or Power Plus debit account and you're covered. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred or Power Plus debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Simmons Natal Enterprises hopes you roll up your sleeves along with the rest of Orofino and the Clearwater Valley and participate in the annual community cleanup. Saturday, April 24th, we're applying a little elbow grease to make our little village the gem of the gem state. Simmons Natal Enterprises is happy to sponsor the live remote broadcasts heard on KLER Radio with interviews of organizers and participants. Help make Orofino a nicer place in which to live, work, and play. Community cleanup sponsored in part by Simmons Natal Enterprises.
The Pizza Factory Player of the Game. It's an honor that we bestow upon a Maniac player at the end of the game. We hope you'll listen in for this game's Player of the Game, where we'll give them a personal pizza and a medium soft drink of their choice certificate from our friends at the Pizza Factory. CJ, right now, the Maniacs more concerned with trying to make some hay here. They have struggled to get base runners on. They have not been able to get anyone across the plate. They're down 9-0.
Yeah, it's been all Grangeville to this point.
For the Bulldogs, number 15.
Here's Caleb Fry to lead things off. He's been swinging the bat well. He's 2 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Bradbury back outs, winds and fires. First pitch low. 1-0. Still plenty of baseball to be played. It's just the opening game of the doubleheader. Swing and a slow roller left side charging. Turcotte has it to throw on the move in time.
Wow, bang, bang. Braden charging in from his position at shortstop to field that on a high hop.
Number 1, Miles.
A short hop on the second hop, and he just sidearms a throw to Dash Barlow just in time to complete the 6-3 putout.
Here's Miles LeFay. First pitch to him stays up high. 1-0. Miles on the days reached on a couple of errors. Scored once. The 1-0 pitch outside. 2-0.
Grangeville 8-3. Orofino 8-1 here on the season.
The wind up and the pitch in there for a called strike right down the heart. 2-1. Bradbury deals to the plate, swing, and a flare over the head of a diving Braden Turcotte into left field. A 1-out base knock for Miles LeFay. That's his first hit of the day.
You could hear that ball come off of the handle of LeFay, CJ, and it was just a little flare past a diving Turcotte at shortstop. Nice try by Turcotte, but no one's going to be able to get to that unless you have a cape and a big red S on your chest.
1 on, 1 away for Shue as the first pitch misses for ball 1. We have an update on the softball game. Went to Orofino 10-3.
10-3, game 1, final.
That's the final score of game 1, and the 1-0 pitch bounces in for ball 2 balls and no strikes.
And that's against the Kamiah Cubs, who have come downriver.
Bradbury sets and delivers the 2-0 pitch, and he paints the outside edge at the corner at the knees.
Yeah, Blake doing a pretty good job, or excuse me, Steven doing a pretty good job with that curveball from the right-handed hitter.
Now the 2-1 pitch, swing and a fly ball center field, moving to his left. Esperano makes the catch, and that is out number 2.
Well, I'll tell you, Grangeville batters are not making anything easy for Orofino. When you hope that Orofino can just catch a break, everything that Grangeville is hitting, CJ is near a hole or in a gap, and Orofino is working for every out they can get.
Torrey Ebert picked up his first hit in his last at-bat, an RBI single. Here's the first pitch to Torrey in there for a strike. Like a change-up from Bradbury.
Yeah, look at Torrey. He has been on all 4 of his at-bats. He's scored 3 times.
Bradbury working from the stretch, sets and fires. Swinging a line drive base knock into center field. And he gets behind Joe Sperano. Rounding third and being waved home is Miles LaFay, and he'll score easily. Coming into third, standing up is Torrey Ebert.
So you're going to give a single to Torrey, but then LaFay is going to come home on the air by center fielder Sperano, which is just a shame. Sperano tried to make more out of it, what he could actually do, and he just overran the ball. And it got way behind him, CJ, and it allows LaFay.
Reynolds takes a cut at the first pitch, sends one way back, all the way back, nearly to the warning track, and it's off the glove of our right fielder. And in at second is Reynolds. Of course, that scores Ebert from third, 11-0.
Did that actually go off of Loudon's glove, CJ? Or
yeah,
it did. So error on Loudon in right field. And again, we'll have a courtesy runner, Brazos, come in for Reynolds. Well, Maniacs are going to have to get their work done here in the bottom of the 6th, CJ, because the 10-run rule is enforced. Or if you know, down 11-0, they're going to need 2 in order to try and keep this going.
The one on at 2 away for Gannon Garmin. Garmin 2 for 2. He's reached all 4 times. First pitch to Garmin. Misses low. 1-0. The board at second is Reynolds after, or that's Brazos running for him. Swing and a miss. 4 strike, 1-1-1. Brazos takes his lead at second. Set and the pitch, swing, and a fly ball center field. Sperano moving over will make the catch, and that will be the third out, ending the threat here in the 6th. But the Bulldogs tack on another couple of runs on 2 hits and error, and they leave 1 out there.
Well, here it is, the bottom of the 6th. Maniacs need a couple of runs if they want to keep this going. We're looking at the middle third of the order, Barlow, Naranjo, and Cochran after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Orofino Marketplace, Les Schwab Tire, our Maniac backers here on KLER Orofino. CJ.
Reynolds back out on the hill looking to finish things off for the Bulldogs. Here's Dash Barlow. First pitch, fastball low and away.
Watching Reynolds warm up between the innings, CJ, he was just throwing harder, but he was missing more.
Now the 1-0 pitch, that's low.
I am wondering if he just wants to see if he can blaze a couple of pitches past these Maniacs and call it good. He's got double-digit strikeouts now.
2-0 pitch is high to Barlow. 3-0. He does seem to be putting a little bit more into it. Seeing how much heat he can get on it. Counts 3-0 to Dash Barlow. 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike, taken all the way. Three balls and a strike to Barlow. Pitch to the plate, swing and a miss for strike, 2 full count. Once again, this is just the opening game of today's doubleheader. Got another one coming up. Payoff pitch to the plate, digs this one out of the dirt, sends a high pop-up just onto the grass behind second. Garmin makes the catch. There's one away. Maniacs have 2 more outs to pick up a couple of runs.
On deck, number 28, Loudon Cochran.
Well, you know, Silas has moved down into that 5 spot, but he has had a lot of great productivity, so let's see what he can do here.
Hitting .304 on the year. First pitch to Silas inside. Brushes him back a little bit, 1-0. Silas walked his first at-bat and bounced out to second. Set and the pitch, swing and a foul. Ball.
Yeah, just way behind that last pitch, CJ, as he fouls it off over to the first base dugout. He's looking for a fastball, gets a change-up, and then he just couldn't get it timed up late on his swing.
Reynolds sets and fires. A little chin music there as Naranjo spins out of the way, 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch, swing, and a low, slow roller right side. Garmin on it. Quick toss to first, and Silas nearly beat it out, but they got there in time. 4-3 for the second out.
This is not Loudon Cochran. This is, well, I don't know who this is. We don't have an 18. Oh, that could be Gavin Christofferson.
Okay, Gavin Christofferson, swing and a miss at the first pitch. He's hitting for
Gavin Christofferson.
Loudon Cochran.
On deck, number
The younger brother of Jaron. Set and the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. The Maniacs down to their final strike. Christofferson back in. Taps on the dish. Here's the set and the pitch. Swing and a miss through strike 3. 3-pitch strikeout, and that will do it. The Bulldogs win it here in the opening game of today's doubleheader, 11-0 over your Orofino Maniacs.
Wow, I'll tell you, a superb performance by Thomas Reynolds, giving up just 4 hits to this Maniac squad, CJ. He struck out 11. I mean, this was exactly what Braden had done just this last Saturday, a week ago, against I'm looking at the softball. No wonder I couldn't find it. Against Priest River. Superb performance by the Grangeville Southpaw, putting Orofino away 11-0 today. But boy, howdy. I mean, you win 8 straight games, and then all of a sudden you get shut out 11-0. That hurts.
Yeah, most definitely. It was just went wrong right out of the gate for the Maniacs. They struggled getting out of that first inning. I believe the Bulldogs put up 4 runs in that first inning, and 3 runs in the first inning. Then they tacked on the second or the 4th in the second, but just got themselves in an early hole that they couldn't dig themselves out of it due to the fantastic pitching performance from Thomas Reynolds.
Yeah, that kid looked good. There's no doubt about it, and you got to give credit where credit is due, and he did a fantastic job against this Maniac squad. 11-0, our final score. CJ and I will be back with our post game right after this. While at work in Lewiston, Michael Toll injured his arm. Doctors said a course of rehabilitation was his best bet to getting healthy again. He chose Orofino Physical Therapy.
Went to the doctor, and they prescribed me physical therapy. They asked me where I wanted to go, and I said Orofino Physical Therapy. Heard a lot of good things about him.
How were you welcomed?
Very positive, very thorough, good bedside manner. Oh, very friendly. Greet you, smile on their face. Super friendly.
Physical therapists Mike and John were primary caregivers and prescribed a light conditioning workout.
I started off small, light weights, arm bike, stretching, exercises, and then worked into weights. Everything worked out great.
How flexible were they with your scheduled appointments?
They would work with my schedule. If I had something come up or couldn't make it that day, we'd reschedule, or they were very friendly.
After your physical therapy is over, will you continue to use Orofino Physical Therapy?
Absolutely. Yeah, body in motion will stay in motion. I see myself going there. Highly recommend them.
You have a choice. Choose Orofino Physical Therapy.
Why do your friends and neighbors choose to shop locally at Orofino Marketplace? It's because of the low prices, quality food, and the smiles you'll see on our employees every day. Orofino Marketplace is your hometown marketplace where we believe in community, donating to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events. Orofino Marketplace is all about our hometown values and that personal connection with you. Open daily when you need us the most. Orofino Marketplace.
1, 2.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
While we may choose to dine in a little more than past, it's nice to know when you just gotta have pizza, it's available from Orofino's Pizza Factory. Delicious and great pizza, baked spaghetti, hot wings, and the best breadsticks. Order contact-free and we'll deliver to your door or when you drive up to ours. 307 Michigan Avenue in Orofino, the Pizza Factory.
They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
We're back here once again. Our final score here, Grangeville 11, Orofino nothing in the first game of this scheduled doubleheader. And you don't want to lose that first game, CJ, because that's the one that counts in the league standings. And so Grangeville right now, for all intents and purposes, they lead the Central Idaho League 1-0. Orofino in second at 0-1, and St. Mary's, who has not played yet, of course, 0-0, they would stand in third. But none of that means anything, really. I mean, we just have to talk about the performance here of this Maniac squad. No runs. They only got 4 hits. And as I went through the scorebook here, I'm going to have to count it again here real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. They left 5 base runners in scoring position. They had chances today, but Thomas Reynolds just way too much as he struck out 11, only walked 2. I mean, the kid just did a superb job out on the hill for the Bulldogs, and I'm sure they would say that he is their ace. We countered with what we would consider our ace, Braden Turcotte, but Braden only went 2 innings today, giving up 4 runs to the Bulldogs, and I think Coach Midstock wanted to see what Bradbury could do, throw something different up there, because he just saw Grangeville teeing off on where am I at here? On Braden. And he said, we need to throw something up there. And Grangeville, just a very good hitting team. CJ, 11 runs on 14 hits today. And at least 30% of those 14 hits, extra base hits. And plus, Orofino had 3 errors. Everything fell apart for the Maniacs today.
Yeah, I just fell in a hole early, and as we talked about prior to the ball game, it's been a little bit of a trend throughout the year. They have struggled at times at the plate, and once again just struggling to produce at the plate, and they weren't getting the freebies out of Thomas Reynolds that they have at other times throughout the year, being patient and drawing those walks. But Reynolds was just so aggressive early in the count and was hitting his spots time and time again, and the Maniacs just could not get anything going offensively.
Well, the line score looks like this. Your home squad, the Maniacs, no runs. They are shut out for the first time this season. They mustered just 4 hits. Grangeville 0 in the error column, and the Maniacs left 6 out on the base pads. For the Bulldogs, the visitors score 11 runs on 14 hits, 3 Maniac errors, and Grangeville left 11 out on the sacks. The winning pitcher today, Thomas Reynolds, as he struck out 11 Maniacs. And taking the loss today was Braden Turcotte. Turcotte, while he was able to strike out 4, he did walk 1. Bradbury, who came in his relief in the 3rd inning,
He struck out 2, but he ended up walking 3. CJ, what do you have for Maniac hitters?
Well, in leadoff spots, Braden Turcotte swinging the bat well. He went 3 for 3 with a couple of stolen bases. Joe Sperano in that 2 spot, 0 for 2, did walk once. Got stranded at second. Rylan Larson, 0 for 3. Dash Barlow in the cleanup spots, 0 for 3. Silas Naranjo, 0 for 2 with a walk. Bodie Howell was 0 for 1 in that 6 spot. Then Loudon Cochran came in for him, 0 for 1. And finishing 0 for 1, Gavin Christopherson as he hit for Cochran in that final inning. Nick Drobish, Jaron Christopherson 0 for 2. Following in the 8 spots, 1 for 2 with a swiped bag for Nick Drobish, and then rounding out the order with Steve Bradbury 0 for 2.
Well, you heard it here first. Maniacs take it on the chin here to the Bulldogs. One last piece of business to do. CJ and I will come back, and we will award that Pizza Factory Player of the Game. Don't go away. We'll return after this.
Oh, I love family road trips. The wind in my ears.
Good dog.
Treats in my mouth. And peace of mind, knowing we went to Les Schwab for our tires, brakes, and alignment. If we had gone to one of those cheap tire stores that don't offer those services, I'd be a doggone wreck. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and treats, obviously.
Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Once upon a time, there was a sleepy bear in search of a place to nap. Like the inside of a car. A coupe? Too small. An SUV? Too big. A station wagon? Just right. But as his eyelids began to get heavy, we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For auto, home, life, and commercial insurance, see me, Greg Kimberling, in Lewiston at 622 Bryden Avenue.
It's now easier than ever to meet up with your healthcare provider. Clearwater Valley and St. Mary's Hospital and Clinics would like to introduce you to telemedicine. From the comfort of your own home, visit virtually your physician and stay at home and stay safe. Call the clinic and see if you're a good candidate for a telehealth appointment. A link will be sent to your email that you can click on at your scheduled time to have your confidential visit. Clearwater Valley and St. Mary's Hospital and Clinics. We go farther so you don't have to.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue or Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Student athletes are some of the hardest working individuals we have in our small communities. Up early for class and home late from practice. And when an injury happens, that's when everything goes south. Riverside Physical Therapy offers all our kids free injury screening to help them get back on their feet again. Visit Riverside Physical Therapy on Highway 12 today for your free injury screen to help you back on the field of play. Riverside Physical Therapy, backing all our kids.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
While we may choose to dine in a little more than past, it's nice to know when you just gotta have pizza, it's available from Orofino's Pizza Factory. Delicious and great pizza, baked spaghetti, hot wings, and the best breadsticks. Order contact-free and we'll deliver to your door or when you drive up to ours. 307 Michigan Avenue in Orofino, the Pizza Factory.
There are some Pizza Factory.
We're back to wrap this one up with the Pizza Factory Player of the Game, and for that honor, here is CJ Thompson.
So I think the Player of the Game has to go to the man in the leadoff spot, Braden Turcotte, hitting .409 on the year, and he continued his hot hitting in that leadoff spot. Did his job, reaching base, went 3 for 3 with a couple of stolen bases, got in a scoring position twice, ended up getting stranded. Maniacs unfortunately couldn't take advantage of those opportunities and never got on the board, but Braden gets himself another certificate good for a personal pizza and a medium soft drink of his choice from our good friends at the Orofino Pizza Factory.
All right, so with that, we encourage you to come on out to the second game of this doubleheader. The Maniacs and the Bulldogs will go at it once again, and then the next action is coming up on Saturday, where the St. Mary's Lumberjacks come to town. We'll be on the air with a 12:45 pregame, 1 o'clock the first pitch, as we bring you the first game of that scheduled doubleheader. We encourage you to come on out and watch high school baseball, Orofino and Grangeville. I want to thank C.J. Thompson, Phil Lamont back at the studio for his hard work, and thank you, the listener. I'm Jeff Jones.
I'm C.J. Thompson.
We'd like to bid you all a very pleasant good evening.
Thank you for listening in today to another Orofino High School Athletics presentation of Maniac Baseball. Today's game has been brought to you by many fine community backers, and they thank you for supporting your local kids. We hope you'll continue to listen in for more from the Maniac Diamond throughout the season. A Central Idaho Broadcasting sports presentation, Orofino High School Baseball, is always on your Central Idaho sports leader, AM 13 KLER.